Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot practitioners. This is not the fun and games tarot that you get all over the internet and just about every other place. I've done tarot for over 20 years, astrology for over 50. These are two different disciplines. Astrology is not the devil's work. Oh, you can use it as such, but it's not the devil's work. It's understanding cycles. It's like knowing, okay, so when is the next holiday coming up here in the United States of America? When is it going to turn fall? When is Christmas going to come? Is that predicting or just knowing a cycle? Got it. Astrology is particularly good at knowing cycles. Everybody's life is a combination of good and bad. Everybody. I don't care how rich you are, it doesn't make any difference. We are all on a separate journey. Now, we can debate about when that journey begins, whether it's a spiritual journey, it's something we make up in our head in our own matrix, whatever. Doesn't make any difference. I think at some point early on, we're in the 5D, and maybe before conception, maybe after conception, we determine what our purpose will be this time around. And our purpose is not to get rich necessarily, or to be beautiful or famous or any of that. It's whatever our purpose is. It was determined in the 5D. When we were energy, when we were spirit, when we could see the big picture much more clearly than we can now here in the 3D. So in the 3D we go, yeah, but wait, man, I'm not making it. Life sucks. Well, join humanity. And I got to tell you something, even the rich people don't have the skate that you think, oh yeah, they can buy stuff. But that doesn't fill the hole in our soul. It's the joy, it's the happiness, it's the health, it's the friendships, it's the loves, the stuff money can't buy. Oh, friendship and love, yeah, you can rent. But you get the idea, right? And one of the things that money definitely cannot buy is time. Time is the most important gift we all have, and we piss on it. Especially when you're young, because you go, oh man, it's a long ways away. I don't even worry about it. And then before you know it, you get into your 40s and you become aware, oh, wait a minute. Time's passing. Wow. 50s, you're more aware of it. 60s, you begin to have to look down that dark tunnel. Every one of those steps is kind of unpleasant, but there's nothing you can do about it. And frankly, just taking a look at the numbers that the actuaries from the insurance companies and the banks are giving us, many people under 50 today who have had the magic vax, you're not going to live as long or as healthfully as your parents or grandparents. So time is of the essence. So you see what the deal is. And with astrology, you can find those times. With manifesting, you can actually impact it. Because tarot, real honest-to-goodness tarot, is the science of potential. Meaning you have to get involved. You can't just sit back in the stands and watch the game going on in the field. You can't do that. We weren't meant to do that. We were meant to have a life, have contact with a life. And so there's the difference between the two. And this reading is about that manifesting. My job is to inspire you. I do this every day, 365. Holidays, doesn't make any difference. That is what I owe you. The best I have to give to try to inspire you. Now, am I going to touch you every day? No. 8 billion people on the planet. I'll be lucky if I touch 1,000 a day, maybe. Because there's too much out there. We're all different. We're pieces of a cosmic jigsaw puzzle. All the pieces are different, but when you put them together, ooh, what a picture. So that's what I'm here to do, is to put out the energy from these 5 cards. There's not going to be any action. You're not going to see me. I'm too old and too unattractive. Not doing that. I want you to focus on the cards, the energy. Close your eyes. Many people do. They get into kind of a meditative state. Focus on what I am saying. If any of it touches you, even lightly, play with it a little bit. Discover. See what you can do with it. If it really punches you between the eyes, get out there and get it done. So let's begin. Middle card is always the oracle card. It sets the mood for the reading. It's mending. Mending. Okay. We don't do that much these days anymore. We just throw things out. We live in a disposable world. I think that hurts us in the long run. In fact, I know it does. Number up in the right-hand corner, 52. 5 means change. 2 makes a decision. You're making a decision to change. And the 5 and 2 together are a 7. That has an informational or spiritual quality to it. You are changing the way you think, the way you feel, what you believe in. That way you can fix or mend. Essentially, there's an area of your life where you need to pick up the pieces. Reassemble them because what you had before didn't work, and it's obvious. The meme for today is, if you want to understand how to fix a problem in the world, ask yourself, who is profiting from the problem, not who is suffering from it? Again, boils down to follow the money. Who's making the money off? Who's using and abusing you for their purposes, even though they're telling you different? Becomes pretty obvious when you realize, from a health perspective, you go into a regular grocery store, there is nothing you can eat there anymore. Nothing. All of it's filled with poisons, purposely, by the way, toxins. If you doubt that, check out some of the writings and speeches from John D. Rockefeller. He says point blank, we're out to kill you. And of course, Bill Gates and others have said the same thing. Population 8 billion, too many. Let's get it down to 500 million. That means about out of 10 people, 9 are going to have to disappear by 2050. So if you want to understand how to fix a problem in your world, find out who's making the money off of it. Don't worry about who's suffering. Find out, why are you doing this? To make money off of me. Now you can pick up the pieces. So we begin all the way to the left, Page of Pentacles. Pentacles are things that we value. And again, it's not money, it's not things. It's the love, it's the joy, it's the satisfaction, it's the gratitude. It's the peace. Those are the things. And so the Page of Swords, pages always bring you some sort of a gift. It's the gift of understanding that you to mend your life, whatever needs mending, you got to change your value system. Next card over is the Knight of Wands in reverse. Wands are always positivity, excitement, enthusiasm, joy. Being plugged into life, not just watching it, not just sitting by and watching your life go by and you're going, well, I guess there's nothing I could do. But changing your value system and deciding that you now are going to get plugged into a life that actually means something to you. And the Knight in every one of the groupings is always bringing gifts. And so the Knight brings confidence, courage. Important stuff when you're changing, you're picking up the pieces, you're mending. Next card over, we stick with the Wands. It's the Three of Wands. It's the mind, body, spirit. It's being aware that somewhere in your life, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you're out of balance. You've traded a part of your soul for money. And you've just become aware you're getting screwed. That's why you got to pick up the pieces. That's what you're working on mending. Your value system. And that's what the Three of Wands is all about. Remember, I talked about Wands being plugged into a life. That's what you want. Make my life, God damn it, mean something to me. I don't care what other people, make it mean something to me. It's my life. As far as I know, I only get one of these. Although there may be reincarnation. Even if there is reincarnation, I don't come back understanding what my last life was. This is the adventure. And in the end, you have to be the Emperor. That's the final card. The Emperor is the authority or father figure. Structure, regulations. You got to look at the structure that they're offering you. Remember, focus on those who are making money off of it, not the people suffering from it. Reevaluate why you feel, why you do what you do. John D. Rockefeller, again, the merciless piece of crap he was, said himself, I want a nation of workers, not thinkers. They want you dumb, stupid, sick, lazy, fat, That's what they want. And until you grab onto this wand's energy, until you decide, geez, I need some mending, I got to pick up the pieces, that's what you're going to live with. And the Emperor says, you have to act. You want to be a boss? Boss yourself. First, take responsibility. Develop your discipline, your focus. You be your emperor. Then you can start to pick up the pieces and mend your life. That's the tarot reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another. Between now and the next time we get together to do tarot, peace and blessings.